Hey guys, this is my second favorite manga videos focusing on series I haven't yet finished. So these series I've only read partially. I don't own all these series. There are a few I do own, but again they're mostly in the Netherlands. Like in my previous video, most of these are shoujo. If you haven't watched my other video, I'd really recommend watching it first because the introduction is a lot better. I originally planned to put this all in one video, but it got pretty long and instead decided to cut it in two while editing. So the original intro is a recommendation. This video has the original outro, which is something as well. I hope you'll enjoy this video too. Thank you. For this series I haven't yet finished. Number 6 is Kaicho wa Maid-sama by Hiro Fujiwara. This is about this uptight student council president who is really strict, but then her family has a lot of money troubles and she works in a maid cafe to get enough money to help her family out. And then this school bad boy finds out she works there and it's all kinds of trouble and romance, and I really enjoyed the anime series, which is why I started reading this book, and I love the series just as much. I'm only about halfway through it, so I can't really say that much yet, but it's really enjoyable, cute read. Number 5 is Suga Suga Rune by Mokoyo Ano. It's about these two witches who have to go to the human world and collect human hearts to become the queen of the witches' world, the magical world. And they have to collect these hearts by making people fall in love with them or like them, and then you have this shy, sweet girl and this extroverted girl. And this one girl is really popular, like in the witches world, this extrovert girl. So everyone expects her to win, but then they get to the human world and all the boys seem to like the shy, sweet, cute girl instead, and you just see them struggle with everything. And then we have this evil witches as well who want to make people hate each other or something, and it's a really interesting story. I haven't finished it yet, I hope to finish it soon, but it's a really cute story, and I really enjoy the idea of like being able to see people's heart and how much they care about you, which is adorable. Number 4 is Gakuen Alice, or Alice Academy. I've only read about 4 books and the series is pretty long, but the books are so far really great, and I really enjoyed the anime series again. This is about this school for people with gifts, and it can be anything, really good with technique or magical powers, telepathy, making things float, making fire. It's like magical powers, regular just being really good at singing. And then it's about this pretty average girl and her friend gets sent away to this academy, and she's just like, I'm going to go after her, and she goes to that academy, and then she eventually gets accepted in this academy, even though her gift is really weak, because her gift only negates other people's gifts. So if someone tries to use their magic on her, it just doesn't work. So she has to struggle through this academy, which focuses on honing these skills, because she doesn't really have a usable skill, and she gets a bit bullied, and there's this darker underlying plot that I'm only just starting to get to, which is touched upon in the anime but not really worked out, so I'm really interesting to see how that will evolve in the manga. Number 3 is Barakamon by Satseki Yoshino. This book is about a calligrapher, Handa Seiyu, who gets into this trouble with important people in the calligraphy world, and then his father sends him to this rural island in Kyushu, and he has to move halfway across the country in this really rural village where everyone knows each other and where everyone is really different from what he's used to. He lived in Tokyo, in this huge city, so it's really interesting. He meets this little girl and her friends, because they used what is now his house and used to be an empty building as their secret base. So he just finds them in his house at all different times, and it's really interesting. This picked rural life in Japan pretty well. I now live in rural Japan, so yes. I also love that it's in Kyushu. I lived in Kyushu for 3 months when I was in university. I studied at the university there, And it just shows a lot of things that I really loved about Kyushu in this book as well. So it's a really great book. I've only read the first two and I can't wait to read more. I saw the anime and it was really fun. It's a really comedic type of manga. It's not a shoujo, this one, and it has no romance so far, and it's just really great. Number 2 is Chihaya Furu. I love this series. I've seen the anime, I've seen the live action movies in the theater here in Japan. I was looked at really weirdly because who expects a foreign person to go to the movie for a film like this? Apparently no one. This story is about a girl who really loves Karuta. Karuta is a game where you have to get cards. They use poems, these famous Japanese poems. It's like 100 poems. The last half of this poem is written on these cards that they have to get. And the first half is read and then they have to get the matching card as soon as possible. So it sounds a bit dull maybe, but it's depicted so well and it's just so intense, these matches, and it really feels like a sport when you watch the series or read this. I've started this book. I'm pretty sure I finished the first book, but I can't find it anywhere. Not on my anime list, not on Goodreads. So I'm just gonna reread this in May and see if I still love it as much as I do. And finally, number 1. Number 1 of the series I haven't finished yet that I really adore. It's not a shoujo, it's actually also my favorite anime list. It's my favorite anime, one of my favorites at least. It's Horo Musuko, or Wandering Son. This is a slice of life series, so it just depicts the life of middle school students. But the main character, Nitori, he's transgender. He really wants to be a girl. It's never mentioned as transgender as such, but he wants to be a girl. He wants to wear women's clothes. He wants to be a girl. And then on the other hand, one of his friends is a girl who wants to be a boy. And it's never played up, it's not gimmicky, it not focuses on this. It focuses on their normal lives, their interactions with friends, and they also happen to be transgender. It's done so innocently and so cutely that it's just, I really recommend this to anyone interested in transgenders as such, or even if you don't care about it, it's just a really cute, interesting story. So I really, really recommend it. Now, after talking about all these series, I realized that a lot of these series are very cliched, very aimed at girls. I wouldn't call them good as such, but they're also very, very enjoyable, which is for me the most important thing when reading. Like the only ones I would say are really, really like good stories are like Aishiteru's Baby, Horo Musuko, Chihaya Furu, Fushigi Yugi. They're really, really great. But they're all really enjoyable, so I hope you like to hear me talk about them. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel around here. I'll post a link to my previous videos around here. And I hope to see you again. Bye!